I'm Angi Bruss, and I'm joined by George Lang, Assistant Entertainment Editor of the Oklahoman. Now today we're going to be talking about a story he's written about the late Heath Ledger and his movie I'm Not There, which is coming to Oklahoma City this weekend. You have not only gone to the press conference, you went to this press conference with Heath Ledger, but he actually also has some audio from Heath Ledger.
Right.
So tell us about Heath Ledger's mood at the press conference.
Well, after something like this happens, Heath Ledger died last month. Suddenly, it surprised everyone in the business, shocked a lot of people. The first thing that you think about is, okay, well, were there any clues that something was wrong? And so you go back through the audio tape and you're listening to it and you're trying to figure out, okay, what was his mood like? What did he sound like? Were there any indications that something was wrong? And the fact was that no, there was absolutely no indication. He was fully engaged with the press conference. He was cracking jokes. He was extremely articulate, talking about his performance in this movie, and so there was absolutely no reason to suspect that there was anything wrong there.
Tell us about Heath's role in I'm Not There.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's an interesting film. It's about the life of Bob Dylan, and what the director Todd Haynes did is he took like several different aspects of Dylan's personality and broke them into different characters. And so you have several different actors, including Cate Blanchett, Christian Bale, Heath Ledger, playing elements of his personality. And so he was playing a character named Robbie Clark, who is a big Hollywood star, and he's undergoing this horrible divorce. And that was a really pivotal part of Bob Dylan's life, where in the early 70s he had a very public breakup with his wife, and it kind of it inspired an album called Blood on the Tracks in 1975, one of his best albums of the 70s. And so in this clip that we have, Heath talks a bit about how he researched Bob Dylan and how he really developed this character.
Let's listen to the clip.
I tend to feel that the story that my character and Charlotte's character lives within, and like their circumstance and the era represented more of a portrait of Dylan than perhaps the actual individual. I read the books and I watched the documentaries, and my catalog of Dylan's music was expanded, but I think the beauty of Todd's film is I can't tell you that I know anything more about Bob Dylan than you do, and I think that's what's beautiful about Todd attempted to respectfully kind of preserve Bob Dylan's mystique and has kept him respectfully in the shadows still.
And that was the late Heath Ledger speaking about his role in I'm Not There. Well, let's talk about, did he at all speak about his upcoming performance in The Dark Knight?
Right. Of course, a lot of people are looking forward to this ever since the trailers started leaking out of him playing the Joker in this new Batman movie. And he did talk about it. He said that, he wanted to make this all his own. Jack Nicholson had played the Joker in Tim Burton's version of Batman back in 1989. Well, he said that, if Tim Burton had come and said, "Would you play the Joker?" he would have said no. But he really responded to the director, Christopher Nolan, his version of Batman and this sort of dark kind of look of the 2005 film. And so for The Dark Knight, I mean, if you've seen pictures of Ledger in this, I mean, he looks scary. Yeah. It's a really intense performance. Yeah. And so he said that that the only way that he would have played the Joker is if Christopher Nolan was directing it. And so I'm certainly looking forward to this, and it's one of the last times that we'll see him in a film.
I know it. It will be a good take on the Batman series.
Absolutely.
Films, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see. That he'll kind of stretch his acting. I guess he kind of stretched his acting.
Absolutely. I mean, he was proving it all the way to the end that the man had incredible range as an actor.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. You can read more on this story in Friday, February 8th's Weekend Look section of the Oklahoman. Thank you so much.